Hello everyone, this is Eric with GameBall, the gaming trackball mouse. In this video I want to give you an update on the GameBall Thumb and the GameBall Pro. That'll be most of this video. Before we get started though, I do want to mention that the original GameBall will be going on sale November 15th. If you're new to the channel, this is the original GameBall. This came out a few years ago. It's currently our only trackball, and it's a ambidextrous fingertip trackball. So that goes on sale for the holidays on November 15th. We've been working on a couple different models, the GameBall Thumb, which is a thumb trackball, and the GameBall Pro. And I wanted to give an update on both of those. The GameBall Thumb is due to release very soon, and I'll go over that. And GameBall Pro, we've had to delay until next year, and I'll talk about more of that later in the video. So let's just dive right into the GameBall Thumb. If you recall, we tried to do an original design for a thumb trackball, and then Kensington came out with their Pro Fit Ergo, which was very similar to our design. We didn't feel we could be successful with that model, so we were going to cancel the project. We were then approached by a company out of China that manufactures mice, keyboards, trackballs. They're a major manufacturer. They said we could take one of their existing molds and add our components and add new features into it. I then put out a video asking the community what they thought about that. Overwhelmingly, people came back and said they'd like to see that model. So this is where we're at with the GameBall Thumb, and this is the GameBall Thumb. So I will put a link below to where you can go get all the specifics on it, all the specs on it. But I just want to cover a couple of highlights. When I first thought about moving manufacturing from the UK to China, I was concerned about the quality, but so far I've been very impressed. Out of all the test units, we haven't had one failure. We also put highly rated components in there. For example, the Kale switches are 20 million clicks rated. So I've been very happy and very impressed with the overall build quality of the GameBall Thumb. So we're, this is the final prototype. Other than this red is a little too pinkish. I don't know if it comes up a little orange there, but it's going to be a darker color to match the ball a little bit better. But other than that, this will be what the GameBall Thumb will look like. And some of the highlights on this was some of the other models that are out there on the market don't work via wired. It only works via wireless. This works both wired and wireless, and both are 1,000 hertz. So it's a very fast communication. It is a detachable braided cable, so it's a USB-C, and you can unplug it and use it wirelessly, or plug it in and use it wired. So the basic functions, your left mouse button, your right mouse button, your scroll wheel and middle mouse button. It has a precision button here, so that's for finer movements. You can press that, it goes into precision mode. You press it again, it goes back to normal. It does have RGB lighting. There is an RGB lighting button, so to switch between the different colors, you just press that button. The DPI button is right behind that, so if you want to change your DPI settings, all those settings are saved on the unit, so there's no software needed. So if you go between work and home or school and you want to have all your settings saved, you just set it up, unplug it, take it to where you need to go, plug it in, and you're ready to go. It does have a wireless dongle as well, so you'll need to take that if you're communicating wirelessly. It does have a 20-degree or up to a 20-degree angled base, so you might have seen that on similar models out there, so we are leveraging that as well. So been very happy with it. Again, if you want the full specs, the size of the ball, all those details, there'll be a link below that you can click on and get more details on it. The main thing about it is I want to mention that we will be starting pre-sales on the GameBall Thumb on November 20th. So what we're going to do, and that will be for the limited edition. Limited edition will have a red ball and a red base. We're not making very many of those, and then the standard edition will come after that. We'll have a black ball and an all black design with a black base. So the limited edition pre-sales will start on November 20th, and the plan is to start shipping those to customers in mid-December, with the goal of getting them to customers before the end of the year. That will vary depending on where you live, shipping times, the holidays, any number of things. That's all subject to change. But the pre-sales will start on the 20th. Again, if you purchase on the 20th, we are not shipping right away. We will not be able to ship until about middle of December. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do a pre-order. It'll be $69 US. Of course, that'll vary depending on the currency or where you're at. We'll be able to sell it in all the same regions where we sell the GameBall today. That is US, Canada, UK, and the EU. For the standard edition, those may change. We are still working on trying to expand to more of Asia Pacific and other parts of the world. So look for that when we get closer to the standard edition. But if you're curious where we ship today, you can look at the original Game Ball and plug in your address and see if we can ship there. Again, it's the EU. There's a few non-EU countries we ship to as well. But then North America, the US and Canada, and then the UK as well. So that's the GameBall Thumb. I'm very excited to get it out to people and get their hands on it. I've been very happy with it. Like I mentioned, impressed with the build quality, the overall features. Having the new Pixart sensor in there, goes up to 5,000 DPI. The fact that it has like I mentioned, the 1,000 hertz polling. Both wired and wireless with a braided cable, pretty much all the things the community had asked for, precision button, all that stuff, and the fact that it doesn't need software. Very smooth rolling ball. You'll be very happy, I think, with how smooth that ball rolls, and that's kind of a trademark for, I think, our Game Ball products. The original one is probably one of the smoothest rolling trackballs out there. So that's the Game Ball Thumb. Again, any questions you can post below, and there's a link down there where you can click on to get all the exact specs. So let's talk about the Game Ball Pro. So the Game Ball Pro is our original fingertip right-handed trackball design. We have been working on that for quite some time. It's going to have the highest end sensors and switches and all that. It'll be a right-handed design with a larger ball, a physical scroll wheel. And we have been working on that for quite some time. And just over the last couple of months, started looking at the pricing and where we were at. And the pricing for Game Ball Pro was coming in like $230 to $250 for the customer, which we did not feel we could be successful at that. We started talking to the same company in China about manufacturing there, and it would be about half that price to the consumer if we were to go that route. So we are in the process of moving manufacturing and engineering and everything over to China for the Game Ball Pro. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't confident in the quality. This is a one-man show. We're a very small company, and any support issues, things like that, if there's quality issues, they come to me. So I was very hesitant, but so far, like I said, I've been very happy with that. What that does mean is Pro is going to be pushed off until next calendar year. I don't have a date yet. We had to redo and restart some engineering efforts because we were having a different company in the UK manufacturer for us. Nothing against that company. They've been amazing, very good to work with. They fully understand the decision. It's just the labor costs and the associated costs with manufacturing in the UK versus China is considerable right now. So we felt we could be successful by moving manufacturing to China for the Pro. It does push things out. But it gets it at a much better price point, a much more competitive price point. I don't have the final price point yet, but that will make it more available to more customers. If there's a video on our page about the Pro, the design, you can go look at that, where we're at with it. But again, it'll be a right-handed fingertip trackball with a larger wheel, the highest end sensor we've had so far, higher end switches, all the components in there, both wired and wireless as well. Again, smooth rolling ball, all the things we're known for, and no software needed. So that'll be the Game Ball Pro. So obviously we're not making this calendar year, but next year we're trying to get it out as soon as possible. But like always, we don't want to rush. We want to make sure the quality is there and we have all the right features and functions. So that's the updates. Again, we have the original Game Ball going on sale on November 15th. The pre-sales for the Game Ball Thumb start on November 20th. And Game Ball Pro will be moving into next calendar year because we are moving manufacturing. So that's the update on all of our products. Thanks for watching the video, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.